Hey, I'm Mr. Car, and welcome to the curvaceous Suzuka circuit in Japan. This is an F1 2012 online league race, and I'm in the Williams, and that league is the TGP series. We had two races on Monday, which you may have seen yesterday. We had two races tonight, well, earlier tonight. Of course, I'm not doing this live, so the first one was round Japan, and then we had the second one round Korea in tricky wet conditions, that race, so that's one to watch. But this Japan race first, and this is my qualifying lap. I only got one really good run in, and this was it. As you can see, again, braking for the first two curves just right then through the S's. I do lose time here. As you can see, I've had to go down to third, and normally you just keep it in fourth, then drop to third for these two corners before you go up the hill and then flat out. But I just got the turn in slightly wrong, too much curve, I had to lift a bit on that Dunlop curve there. Now we're going towards the Degnet. Oh, very scary turns, and I'll never get the braking for the second Degner right. I've always had to brake a bit early for that corner, I've felt, and then for the hairpin, braking's even worse. I never got the brake burst right for that. As you can see, I got it to the rear. It just locks up the rears and makes you go straight. Put it to the front, locked up the fronts and go straight. Put it in neutral, you would think that would work. No, I just lock up all fours and go front. So I never got the braking for the hairpin right, and it just lost me lots of time. Probably cost me a couple of positions, that lock up there on the grid. And this race I expected to do much better than I did in qualifying, because I finally had a good setup. I found I did it in time trial, did some practice laps. It actually went well as I outbraked myself for the last chicane, just distracted a bit by the car in front, and he went off anyway, so more distractions. But as you can see, it got up to sixth already, and I thought, oh, that's a good banker, that I could do better later. But no, I didn't. I just crashed on my actual really fast lap. You can see I was going about 90% on that lap, so you can see down to 8th. But the qualifying, the pole man got a 10th place grid penalty, so he went up to 7th on the grid. And now till race day, and I thought qualifying didn't go well. You're going to see in the race it went much worse, and we got the McLaren and HRT on the front row. My teammate right in front of me, you can see me in the background on that shot. Got a Ferrari behind us, I believe that is. Got Marussia to our right, with Selene in the Mercedes behind us on our right ISO. So 7th right in the middle. Oh, that's a danger spot, isn't it? You see in the first corner, you can see people outbrake themselves like Grosjean. You can just touch people and go off, especially on the outside. But luckily everyone was well behaved this time, and very good first two corners, no real instance I could see, so everyone made it well through. And now we're going into the S. They're just going to try and keep close to the guys in front. Nobody's really going wide. Bit on this right-hander, you can see a Red Bull going a bit wide. But then up the hill, through the Dunlop curve, we go on the inside of Ferrari, inside of Musha, inside of my teammate before the Degners, and then we brake a bit early, make it in, and get hit from behind. So we've dropped all the way to last place. And I thought that was bad, but it does get worse, you're going to see. I think my teammate's punishing himself. He's gone into the sign, the styrofoam sign there, it's just waited. And there's the Marussia, who was alongside as well. He's gone off as well. So we go to the end of the lap, and I made a misjudgment here. I got distracted by the car in front, you can see. Got my turn in totally wrong. I don't know where I'm going, but I thought the Marussia was closer behind, so I slowed down to let him through, because I thought I kept my place by cutting that chicane. But as you can see on the minimap, he is much further behind than I thought. We get past a couple of cars and into the first turn. Doesn't even matter I gave the position right. He outbrakes himself on the grass. We sneak down the inside, and we're into 10th place. We're in the points already, and there's a Cater in front, not too far in front, as you can see, and there's a couple of cars in front of him as well. So it's actually looking much better now. Maybe we can get some good pace going. we can make up a couple of positions here before the first rounder stops. So we got the Mauritius still behind us, and there's a guy right behind him, but we're gaining loads on the Caterham in front. And then we went into the hairpin. I told you, I'm never getting the braking right for this. And we lock up the rears. And we go into the gravel. And we get passed by two guys. We get passed by the Force India and the Mauritius. So we're down to 12th place, and we've got our teammate 18 seconds behind us. So it's not a good start for the Williams boys at all. But we're right behind the two in front though, so I'm keeping a good pace with them as well. But I thought, I don't want to be stuck fighting for them. I want some clear air. I want to get these fast lap times and see if I can jump them later when they have to make their pit stop. So you can see I've chosen the prime tyres. I'm off to the pits, and hopefully I can be ahead of my teammate when I come out. So we go into the pits. I was a bit scared of the pit, I know, because you have to go flat out to really attack that line, and I thought I might lose the back end and hit the pit lane entrance again like I did in Singapore, but luckily made it through this time. And then a nice stop from the Williams boys in the high 2-second barrier, but you can see my teammate down the front straight. We've come out behind and we've lost time, probably because when we gave that position up to the Mauritius, we almost outbrake ourselves badly for the first turn, but we get it in nicely for the second. We stuck behind him, but you can see we got the last place right behind us, so we're going to be attacking our teammate who's made a mistake, and it turns out he actually made a mistake on the left hand and spun around. He had connection issues all night, and sadly it meant he was out of the race. He disconnected again, and so did a couple of other people as well. So it was another night of disconnections again. I don't know what's up. I've seen problems with the F1 2012 with connection issues. Lots of people are having them, so I don't know if it's a problem with the game or the problem with our connections, but it seems to be a problem with the game. But now we go later to the race. The guy behind me, he pitted, and so we were now charging because we could see Impulse in front of us. We were gaining on him, so we go to Rich. We've got lots of fuel in reserve. We're going to start attacking a bit for the next few laps. But coming out of the last chicane, too much power, too much curve, too much pit entrance again. We've hit the pit entrance again. I can't believe it. I'm not a big fan of pit entrances, would you believe, but it happened for the second race in a row, and I believe I could have got a good result here. I think I had good race pace with that setup. It really did suit my driving style. It's really fast as well. In my hands, I thought, as I said, I'd done it in time trial and it was going great. So maybe in the race I could have done a 1:38.2 like DLT here, and I would have been getting some solid points again, but wasn't meant to be. It started poorly and ended very poorly. But as you can see, this is the lead battle for the final 4 or 5 laps of the races. I viewed this as really interesting to watch. You can see this is third place. I'll stick with him for a lap. Then I go to second and then first, and the final 3 laps I do switch between first and second quite a lot. But we joined it when second place the McLaren came out of the pits and just rejoined in front of the Caterham here. But we have the HLT of Crutcher, I believe that he's called. I apologise if I've got that wrong, but it was a very interesting lead battle and I had a great pass on the final lap for the lead. So I hope you enjoy this, and it makes up for my very poor driving. You can see some very good driving at the front here. So salamat for watching. So till next time, cheerio.
Both cars are out of the race. That's not the result we were hoping for.